just east of Kiowa, next to our sponsor. And not only do we on the back of our flyer, if you happen to
Yeah, I have a Costco card because there was like a line of like 40 people. And if you guys know, message me and say, hey, Costco's so much money. I'd love to gas and it's only like 5 cents cheaper.
Yeah.
My time. We have also on the 13th, try 5. We have the Bunny Hop classic car on the freeway for
Yes.
15.
Yeah.
So I know they do a lot of cruising and right. They sell it.
Yes, it's quite impressive. Our first show we did down there was on the main. Wow, I don't think so.
Hi, this is Motor Mama with your Car Show Minute, Season 1, Episode 4. Brought to you by English Classics Auto Repair and Restoration, where we repair, rebuild, and restore. And today we have a special guest. He's a very popular car show promoter here in the High Desert and in the Inland Empire. His name is Rod French. Thank you for joining me.
Hi, everybody.
And he is in charge of Rod French Promotions, and he does different promoting for nonprofit organizations and people that are putting cruise nights and car shows, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Later on, Rod is going to be talking about his monthly cruising that he does at Burgerlicious in Apple Valley that benefits Victor Valley Animal Protective League. Remember to pay attention to the code word this episode. If you haven't got the other ones, we had episode 2 and episode 3, you have a code word. And the first 5 people at the end of the season that give me that list of code words are going to get a big surprise in the mail. So make sure you're paying attention for that. I'm not going to tell you when it is. Also, if you haven't got your pen and calendar or paper or whatever it is that you use, we're going to start with all the car shows for April and some of May. So if you haven't got it yet, go ahead and press pause. And we're going to be right here. We'll be waiting, right?
That's right.
We're
Sharpen
not
your
going
pencils.
anywhere. Yeah, so you can go ahead and get your pencil, pen, marker, whatever it is that you use. And we're going to get started. We're going to try to go through some of these pretty fast because the list is getting longer and longer. Every show I do, I get all kinds of flyers and people on Messenger. You mention this and mention that one. So I'm going to mention some that were not on the previous episode. So if you haven't seen the previous episode, you might want to see it because there's going to be some that won't be on this one. So it's good to follow with us as we go along. This is going to be posted on Facebook, and I should probably put it on your Rod French Promotions too because you give me a lot of the.
Absolutely. We'll post this on there, and in addition to, if you miss anything here, it'll probably be posted on my page, as well as there's several other very good show pages and sites that you can follow that have quite a thorough listing. One in particular is SoCalCarCulture.com, and it's a very thorough listing of car shows and cruise nights. They break it down by cruise nights by day and also events. And there's also a link next to the event where you can click on it. Will actually display the flyer as well. Yeah. I list all my events on there, and it's free to upload an event to it. And it's, as I said, quite thorough. And then there's SoCal Cruisin' on Facebook, also Cruisin' SoCal, and the SoCal Car Show Calendar.
The only reason I do this is because there are so many.
Yes.
And you do get bombarded with the different flyers, and you can't remember, like, where did I see? Was that on this side, or was it on that one? Or I'm not sure whose page that was, or did you get that flyer? So I'm trying to put everything together as best as I can for Southern California. Not just the desert area, Inland Empire, Orange County, and LA. That's where most of the concentration of car shows are. And it looks like, it's only April. It's going to be like a huge car show season because I'm looking and there's at least 5 to 10 every weekend that I have to pick from to announce to everybody.
It's already going crazy. We're only into April. And every time you look, there's a new one that comes out. You see a new flyer. You hear about something. You see a post. It's going to go nuts.
Yeah, it is. hopefully the weather gets better. It was really cold and windy today, so we're hoping for good weather. This Friday is actually Burgerlicious Cruisin', and that's going to be in Apple Valley on Bear Valley. And is Kiowa the closest cross street, like the major?
That would be
there-
Kiowa.
Yeah.
Kiowa, it's just east of Kiowa, next to our sponsors, Town and Country Tire, and right across the street, if you're familiar with the Gators bar, it's right across the street from Gators. So it's on the east end of Apple Valley.
Okay. And so what should we expect this Friday for your cruising?
Well, we run our cruise like a car show. So we have, we're going to have 11 trophies, 10, and in no particular order. They're just our sponsors' choice. There's no top 10, best paint, best interior, or any of that. It's just sponsors' choices and a club participation trophy. And one of our great sponsors, Inglis Classics, is one of our trophy sponsors, in addition to the Floor Factory, RS Drywall Services. We have Agio Realty and several other sponsors. We'll have a raffle on 50/50. Live entertainment by our friends, the Mod Rods, which is a popular high desert band, surf music and classic rock, led by my good friend Dennis. And they'll be playing live for you Friday night. This Friday, the 12th. And
what time should everybody be there? Or do you recommend for them to be rolling in?
Well, the flyer says 5 to 8, but I get there at 2:30 in the afternoon just to set up, and I get there and there's already half a dozen cars in the parking lot, so I can't barely eat a hamburger before we get started, and it starts filling up. It fills up quickly. Once Town and Country Tire closes at 5 p.m., we get to use their lot as well. So a lot of the overflow will go over there.
Yeah, because I've gone by like at 3:30, and there's already cars parking there and everything. I was like, I thought that started at 5. So you're having to set up registration and everything kind of early too for those early.
We do. We open registration at 4 p.m., but there's already a line once we do open it because people get there so early. Parking is at a premium. If there's any people that do blacktop out there that want to donate to a good cause, we could get our parking lot paved and have room for twice the cars. But
that would be a good idea.
That'd be great. But we're able to accommodate most people without too much trouble. But we average anywhere from 50 to 70 cars a month, depending on the weather, and it's supposed to be sunny and 66 currently. So we'll see. And hopefully no wind.
How long have you been doing the show?
Well, this will be our 5th year starting now, and we've managed to raise, up to this point, over $25,000 for VVAPL.
Wow.
Just with the show itself, we average about $5,000 per year. One of our sponsors and my employer, Los Angeles Freightliner, donated us a $5,000 check last year for the shelter. So it was a tremendous donation. So theoretically, it put us over the $10,000 mark for the year. In addition to what we take in on donations and what we do in our raffle and 50/50, we also have T-shirts, Cruise Night T-shirts for sale that they're $15, and all proceeds go directly to VVAPL.
Tell us a little bit about VVAPL. What is that?
They are the only nonprofit shelter that I know of here in the high desert. Started out, I had adopted a couple of animals from there, and when I put the idea together to do this show, I was wondering, who could I do this for? You know, I wanted to do something more than just charities that have already been done, homeless, and there's nothing wrong with those kind of things, but I thought, what can we do that's different? And car people and animals seemingly go hand in hand. I've been to many car shows where you see folks sitting near their cars and they have their dog with them, and I thought, what a fantastic idea.
That's an idea.
and not only do we raise money that buys them supplies, we also have a list of things on the back of our flyer, if you happen to get one of them, that the shelter needs on a daily basis. Most people think just food, but there are cleaning supplies, bleach, paper towels, good used towels and sheets they use for bedding for the animals, and many other supplies that they need.
So, other than donations, you can actually bring these things to donate to the shelter.
Yes, because there's no set entry fee. We don't charge $5, $10, whatever to enter our show. A lot of people just donate whatever they feel like, or they can bring any of these items here, a bag of dog food, bag of cat food, and that's your entry fee.
Right. Okay, that sounds great.
And this year, thanks to English Classics and Town and Country Tire, when you register your car, you will get one of these really fabulous dash blocks.
Ooh, look at that. It's backwards on TV, but it's cool in person.
And they're sponsored
read it straight.
by our friends at Town and Country Tire and English Classics. So you must register your car in order to get one, or sweet talk me or buy me a hamburger and I just might give you one.
Milkshake.
Right.
Maybe he'll slide you one. That sounds pretty fun. So we're looking forward to that. And we're going to go ahead and get started for this weekend's shows. There's a bunch of them. So I'm trying to add some shows that weren't on the previous one. So we have, on the 13th, which is Saturday, Chino Corn Feed Car Show. And that's at 13220 Central Avenue in Chino. And that's from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'm going to start going fast, so start writing. If it's too fast, like I said, magic of video, you can pause and rewind and all of that. 413 Saturday, Lake Elsinore's second annual car show. Address is 32373 Corydon. That's Corydon, and that's in Lake Elsinore. That's going to be from 9 to 2 p.m. So that's like kind of an all-day thing. Lake Elsinore's nice though. I like
It's a nice cruise. If you can afford the gas.
Yeah. Well, if you're already out there, you're
Right.
fine. But yeah, I know gas has gone up, huh?
It's insane.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
insanity.
You know what the biggest secret is though? What is Costco charging for gas?
There you go. Get yourself a Costco
Because they
card.
don't announce it. I have a Costco card, but there's always like a line of like 40 people, and I'm like, do I want to sit there? But it's got to be pretty cheap if everyone's sitting there all nice and quiet
Absolutely.
and just waiting. No
Yeah.
one's mad. They're like, it's okay. So one of these days, like either late at night or early in the morning, I'm gonna go check
Sneak
it out.
in,
Yeah,
right.
they don't even announce, like they don't have a sign that tells you.
No.
So if you guys know, message me. Say, hey, Costco is so much per gallon. I'd love to know. So I don't want to really sit there in line for like 40 minutes to try to get gas, and it's only like 5 cents cheaper.
Yeah.
My time's more valuable.
Exactly.
But if you have a Costco card and you get gas there, I'd love to know. It would be great. We have also on the 13th, Try 5 Chevy Show at the Automotive Driving Museum in El Segundo. And that's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Here up in the desert, on Saturday, Hesperia Elks Lodge 2646 is their second annual car show, and the address is 9202 E Avenue in Hesperia. And they're welcoming motorcycles and special interest cars, and that's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Do you know anything about that?
I'm not too familiar with that show. I missed it last year. This is their second annual. I missed it last year because I ended up having to work that day. So,
Hopefully.
but I heard it was a really nice show last year. Should be equally as good this year as well.
I drove by there today, I think, and it's a huge lot. They have like the buildings in the back, and the whole front is like a huge parking lot. So they can accommodate a lot of cars there. I saw it.
They can. I was there one year for another show that they had there, and there's quite a bit of
room,
good
so
parking. So
I expect it to be pretty good. We also have on the 13th up here is the Pinewood Derby Car Show. Can you tell us a little bit about that? You're helping them promote their car show.
yeah, I'm involved with this. It's to benefit the Cub Scouts, and it was mainly about the Pinewood Derby, the kids building cars and racing them on a track. And a year ago, they decided they wanted to incorporate a car show into it. I recently started working with Charles, one of the people involved in putting on the show. He found out what I do, and he said, "Can you help us get some cars?" We only had about 10 cars last year, and I said, "Well, I'll get the word out to some clubs, and what are you doing?" And he started explaining how the Pinewood Derby worked, and I said, "Well, let me get around to some car clubs. What should we have for an entry fee?" He said, "Donations." So there's no set entry fee to enter your car. It's whatever you feel that you want to donate. They'll be having a 50-50 and I believe some raffle prizes, and there will be trophies as well. It's from 9 a.m. to 1, so it won't kill your entire day, but it should be a lot of fun for the kids as well. So bring the kids out, and if you're good with working with wood and want to build yourself a Pinewood Derby car, come out and race it. Well, there's a $1 entry fee to get into the Pinewood Derby, so it's a pretty good deal. And it's going to be at the Zion Lutheran Church right up here off of Mojave here in Victorville.
Great.
We'll have flyers available Friday night at Burgerlicious, so come and see me if you need a flyer and want to attend.
That sounds like fun. I've never been to something like that. I think I might want to check it out.
Yeah, I haven't either, but it does sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'll be there assisting with the show, so I'll be there on hand.
Oh, thank you so much for that information. We're going to move on to the 14th. That's going to be on Sunday. It's the 34th annual Fabulous Fords Forever show. That's at Angel Stadium from 6 to 3. Also, same day, the 14th, Mother's 12th annual Exotic Car Paddock. And that's at 3000 Pacific Avenue in Long Beach. And that's from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. On the 17th, we have the Van Nuys Boulevard Cruise Night. And that's at 5855 Van Nuys Boulevard from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. So that's a nighttime show or cruise in. On the 19th, we have the Bunny Hop Classic Car Cruise at Bob's Big Boy in Norco. And that's from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. So really, you could probably... I wonder if the 19th is a weekend. I'll have to look at that. But the food's good. I've been to that Bob's Big Boy. Have you been to that one?
That's the Bob's Big Boy that has the Bob's Big Boy outside with the statue. He's got a cowboy hat on, though.
Yeah. You can see it from the freeway from
Yes.
15.
Yes, you can.
So I know they do a lot of cruise-ins and car shows there too, but that's going to be on the 19th. And on the 20th, we have the Street Legal Drag Racing and Powder Puff at Auto Club Dragway. And that's at 9300 Cherry Avenue in Fontana. That's an all-day thing, so if you want to I don't know if you can take your own car at that, but they're going to have racing, and it looks like they're going to have women racers.
I think it's run what you brung, but I'm not quite sure. There might be some restrictions. Look at Auto Club Speedway's event page for a little bit more thorough information on that. But it almost looks like, from what I see from the event page, it's kind of like a run what you brung.
Right, to see what your car can do. And that's from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then on the 20th also is T's Tavern, Burgers, Brews, and Cruise. And that's at 11882 De Palma Road in Corona. And that's a nighttime thing from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. We have the Riverside Cars and Coffee at J&M Speed Center on the 21st. And that's from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. And today's code word is restore. RESTORE.
That's it.
Got that right? Restore. So make sure you write that down because I'm not repeating it again. On the 26th, we have the High Desert Fords and Mustangs Multi-Club Cruise Night at Georgie and Luigi's in Victorville. And that's on Bear Valley and Amethyst.
It's Bear Valley and Amethyst right behind the Arco, right next to CVS. And it's some of the best Italian food you'll ever sink your teeth into.
It's pretty good. We are going to have live music. We had live music last time. It was the Desert
Space Travelers,
which we want to thank for spending their time with us and volunteering their music and everything. We had a really good turnout.
It was a very good turnout.
It was really nice, and we had a little after party, and
it was a good time.
So it was
a good time.
It was. And so the proceeds for this will benefit Our Lady of the Desert Food Bank. So you are welcome to bring non-perishables canned foods, anything like that, just check the expiration on that, and we will be donating it to the food bank.
So when you're at Costco getting your gas, you can buy yourself a box
Right?
of mac and cheese.
Or something. I don't know. They sell like the cans of everything in like 20s, so like beans, whatever.
Bulk.
Bulk stuff. So we'll take it all because it's all going to the food bank. And then on the 27th, we have the 5th annual Cruising for Cancer, and that's at the San Joaquin Valley College in Hesperia.
It's in Hesperia.
Is
It
that
is
Mariposa?
on
Mariposa?
Mariposa Road.
Mariposa. And you can see it from the freeway. And that's at the San Joaquin Valley College campus there. And that's from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. They have a mix of like new and older cars.
They
right?
do. They have the classics in one section and some of the lowered cars and trucks in another section. But it was a good mix and a very good show. And it was family friendly.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
There's a lot of families there. They had mini trucks, and like you said, they had classics, and they had specialty cars, and they had raffle and music, and it was really nice. So if you get a chance, go out there, support that cruise in or car show. It's their 5th annual one. We have one that is going to be on the 27th also at the Huntington Pier and Pier Plaza. This one's cool. It's called the Cowabunga Van Clan.
Well, okay.
And what it is, it's a bunch of VW buses. So they call it a takeover of Huntington Beach. It's the Van Clan, and they call it Cowabunga, I guess, because it's the beach. And
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
but yeah, it's
Something
cool.
different.
So they're gonna take over the whole pier, and it's all VW buses.
Wow.
So it looks pretty cool. So if you get a chance, go out there. It's on the 27th, and it's 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. So it's kind of all day, all morning.
You hear that, Victor Valley Volks? There's a show for you.
Go down, Huntington Pier, 27th. Seal Beach, same day, also has a classic car show on the beach, and that's from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
That's their 32nd annual, by the way, and my father started that car show back in 1988,
Wow.
and it's still going on to this day. So
That's something to see.
It's quite impressive. Our first show we did down there was on the main street that led right to the pier, and we had 400 cars turn out. So from what I understand, it's still quite a large show.
Yeah, I can imagine by now
It's probably grown even more than
way
that,
more
but
than that. That'll
32
be cool to
years.
see.
So it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, and if you're in that area, even better, For us, it's a little bit of a drive, but I'm sure it's worth it. And then just spend the day at the beach afterwards and everything.
It's a nice cruise. And if it's a nice spring day, it'd be a great day down there.
Yeah. So that's the 27th, people. On the 28th, we have Heartbeat Happening Classic Car Show, and that's at 15954 Woods Valley Road in Valley Center. That's closer to San Diego, I believe, and that's from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. But the reason I have it is because it's all Chevys, and sometimes it's not easy to find just all of one kind of car show. If you're like a diehard Ford, it's kind of cool to go to the Fabulous Fords, or if you're a Chevy lover, then it's cool to go to like all Chevy car shows. So that's from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then we have on the 4th of May, Cars and Tacos. I like tacos.
Tacos are good.
I like cars too.
Cars are cool.
We should go.
We should.
Okay. But this one is, what's funny is because the address on here is 3 Studebaker in Irvine. And I'm thinking, is it all Studebakers? But then I'm like, no, that's an actual address.
It is.
Is that
Studebaker
just-
Road.
Yeah, and it's just like the number 3. So that should be interesting. I don't know. I never knew that there was only like a 3. But hey, it's meant to be because it's 3 Studebaker in Irvine, and that's from 10:30 to 1 p.m. for cars and tacos. Can't go wrong with those two things.
Absolutely not.
On the 5th, Cinco de Mayo, is going to be the annual Classic Chevys of SoCal Car Show. Rancho San Antonio, at the Rancho San Antonio Boys Home. That's a long title. 37th Annual Classic Chevys of SoCal Car Show. Try to say that 3 times.
Wow, I don't think so. That's why I like Burgerlicious Cruise Night.
Yeah, that's it.
Real simple, to the point.
Like, whoa. So at the Rancho San Antonio's Boys Home, and that is going to be from 7:30 to 4 p.m. Then we have the same day, SoCal Mini Truck Council. They're having a car show, and that's going to be in Ontario. The address is 2150 South Archibald Avenue, and that's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's not too bad of a drive, Ontario. I go to Ontario.
I do it every day.
Yeah, that's right. I used to make that commute, not anymore. Now I do fun car stuff. Next, I think we're going to stop there, actually, because I don't want to make these episodes too long, so I'm kind of doing the first week of May, and then next week we'll have another episode, and I'll add on another week. So we'll get through this week, and
we'll have 50 more shows to tell you about by then.
And anything that I left behind on the last episode, I'll give you maybe a refresher. And be like, oh, remember episode 2? And I'll give that to you. Now it's the segment, Don't Be That Guy. And today, I have a topic on if you ever go to a car show and you see people that spend their whole time just gossiping and going from like car to car and spreading rumors or are negative and they might even be talking about somebody 2 cars down, and it makes you feel uncomfortable, you know?
Everyone's a critic. Yeah.
You know, I feel like you shouldn't stir up conflict where there isn't any, or make up stories or gossip just to get the attention for yourself. You know,
some people just like that kind of drama, and there's really no place for it at a family event. No. You know, we're all grown adults, so let's not bring the drama to these family events. We don't need it.
It's a feel-good atmosphere. That's why we all go, because we meet people, we talk, we laugh, we share, you know, our stories, we share our builds, you know, whatever we've been working on, those kind of things. Those things are what you want to be talking about, not somebody, oh, well, I heard he spent so much on his, I would have, you know, or so-and-so doesn't like, nobody wants that, nobody likes that. And there's a saying that I remember a while back. It says, not everybody is going to remember the things that you said or the things that you've done, but they will remember how you made them feel. Okay?
That's very true.
And so, you know, when you're causing trouble or conflict between people, it makes people feel uncomfortable. And when people, everything comes out. That's what I've learned. Everything comes out. So if you think that you're that guy that is stirring up conflict or talking or gossiping, no one's going to find out. It comes out.
It does.
It comes out. And what happens is people feel resentful or hurt or whatnot. And then people don't trust you anymore. They don't trust you with anything because they're like, no, that's the gossiper guy. That's the one that, you know, talks about stuff.
The car show community is pretty tight, and, you know, people that are in these groups, yeah, things get around, and, you know, you just don't need that kind of atmosphere. We're here family friendly, doing things for a good cause, and take the drama somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's our segment. If you're him, don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. I want to thank you for joining us. Please remember to like and share. And if you have a car show or a nonprofit organization that you'd like to spotlight on this show, message me on English Classics. Either you can get me on my website, EnglishClassics.com, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, email. We're out there, right?
That's right.
There's no secrets about us. We're just out there. So,
and their flyers are in everything that I pass out too.
Well, I appreciate that. We love being sponsors and getting involved, and you'll have our support for the Burgerlicious. And I want to thank you for coming out and sharing with us. And hopefully
Thanks for having me on.
We'll have you on another episode for some other car shows that you'll be promoting.
I have a couple others coming up, and we'll talk about those on some future episodes.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us. Remember, life is short. Make it sweet, and have an amazing car show season. We'll see you later.
See you Friday.